What is up, guys, and welcome back to Wrestling Crossroads. As always, I am one half of your dynamic duo, Twisted, alongside Brother Pyro.
What's up, y'all?
And tonight we are talking NXT Vengeance Day.
My favorite part about Valentine's week. Hey. What better way to celebrate when you are, single and whatnot than watching a bunch of people beat the hell out of each other?
I mean, truth. Entirely truth. All right, why don't you take us through our first matchup for the night?
2 out of 3 falls. Apollo Crews takes on Carmelo Hayes. I'm expecting a lot of fun to come out of this match.
I'm expecting a lot of high flying.
Oh, yeah. The athletic abilities of both competitors is absolutely unreal. I love Carmelo Hayes' tweet after the Rumble, by the way, where he retweeted the video of the Logan Paul and Ricochet spot. And it was like, so do I get my royalties for that? Well, I'm just saying, because if you think a couple months ago, North American Championship, Carmelo Hayes and Ricochet had a very similar spot, so I don't blame him for wanting his moment.
I mean, yeah, totally.
It was great.
I entirely get it.
It was great. I love it. I do, however, see Carmelo Hayes picking up the win, as do you. However, our lovely friend Hex has Apollo. Part of me wonders why.
Unfortunately, I didn't get much of an explanation from Hex on her picks, at least for anyone that kind of differed from us.
Okay, that's fair.
That's kind of the unfortunate of it, but it was kind of just a quick prediction run through.
That's fair. But Melo don't miss. He's gonna prove it tonight, and with Trick Williams at ringside,
yeah, he's got.
It makes some sense.
All right, next up we have Wes Lee putting his NXT North American Championship on the line against Dijak, and this is the gentleman, if I'm not mistaken, that used to be Dominik Dijakovic, who also went up to the main roster with Retribution, which entirely imploded.
Yes, he was T-Bar.
Yes. Okay, so just kind of a background for those of you that have seen him before and wonder, where he is. We all kind of went with the same one.
I'm going to go ahead and pause you. So, the more I look at it, the more I think about it. I know the answer that I gave you when you asked me.
Yes.
But right here, right now, I think I'm going to switch it up.
Really?
I'm thinking Dijak takes the North American title. This man is an absolute killer.
He is.
I don't think he really got his time to shine in NXT before getting called up for Retribution.
There wasn't much of anything that...
He didn't get a lot of time to truly shine and showcase what he can do and be that guy. And I think he can be that guy.
Okay.
For NXT. And I think it starts tonight. And I think the right move, if you're Shawn Michaels, if you're Triple H, is putting a title on him finally, because he should have had one before the T-Bar mess of Retribution.
Okay.
Retribution should have been bigger, by the way.
Retribution should not have been booked the way it was.
Yes, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it should have been bigger. If with better booking, it would have been great. And I think T-Bar would have been an absolute menace. Like, I think he would have killed that role.
Yeah.
Had he done it. Had it been, done the right way. But I think Dijak's repackaging and, his time in the sun, I think it's finally like, hey, this is where we're getting. His career isn't, and him and his career aren't getting any younger.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He's been around a while. And for many other promotions, he's been around WWE for a hot minute at this point. Like, I think.
You think it's kind of time.
Dijak needs something more than what he's getting.
Okay.
Especially the way they've been booking him as this, like, real big, tough guy, badass. Like, I mean, he just beat Von Wagner.
Yes.
He just beat Von Wagner. Von Wagner, for a while, you thought, this is going to be the guy to dethrone Bron Breakker. This is the next big badass that we have coming out of NXT.
Yep.
I think Dijak is rightfully in place to take that role over.
Okay. I agree with you, and I totally see where you're going with it. Why don't you take us into the next match?
NXT Women's Tag Team Champions Kaden Carter and Katana Chance defend against Fallon Henley?
Mm-hmm.
Fallon Henley?
Fallon.
Thank you. I can never remember how to pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. And Kiana James. So this one definitely looks unanimous.
Mm-hmm.
Kaden and Katana retaining the championship. No disrespect to Fallon and Kiana, but your time is not now. Your time is not here. I don't see Kaden and Katana losing those championships anytime soon, especially to
a tag team that was kind of thrown together again.
A tag team that was kind of thrown together and women that really are kind of green to the WWE NXT system. I don't know exactly how long either one of them have actually been doing the pro wrestling thing, so I don't mean any disrespect by it, but they are relatively new, and I don't think their time is here yet.
I mean, I totally agree with you on that. I don't see anything coming anytime soon to take the titles off of Kaden and Katana. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see kind of where that brings, more or less. I just don't see anybody taking anything off of it. So next up we have NXT Tag Team Championship match. The New Day put their titles on the line against Gallus, Chase U, and Pretty Deadly. There's going to be a lot of chaos in this match.
It's a fatal 4-way tag team match. Of course there's going to be a lot of chaos. Look at the teams you have in this match. You have Chase U, who are usually very sophisticated and composed. Pretty Deadly is Pretty Deadly. You have the New Day, who are very much fun.
The entire veterans of this.
They are 100% the veterans of all of this. And then you have Gallus, who, lives on anarchy and chaos.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
which is why they are my pick.
Oh yeah. So your pick is Gallus, whereas Hex chose the New Day.
And I see you haven't made a decision yet.
No, I have not. I could tell you honestly, Chase U, it is not their time.
No,
I don't see it being their time yet.
And you can already kind of see the divide with the two members of Chase U that are, coming in here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, and I think that's going to play a huge factor into what is this match.
Yes. Like I said, I don't see Chase U. I don't think it's their time. I don't see Pretty Deadly taking back the titles. I see some underhanded tactics on their end, but I see it being caught by obviously New Day or Gallus or even Chase U. Something's going to get caught, but they're going to be the ones that are ultimately going to be the biggest heels in this. More or less pulling a
lot of behind the back, refs distraction. So now we're going to, versus, you have Gallus, who are very much heel team. And, but
who are at least they're going to be pure power.
At least they're going to be, jackasses and
to your face.
Yeah, they're gonna be assholes to your face. They're gonna be like, you know what, we're gonna do this. We're gonna pull the heel stuff right to your face. We're gonna let you see that we don't give about you.
I mean, and then putting down to the last two, we have the New Day and we have Gallus. I can see the New Day retaining, and I could see them going on to maybe having a one-on-one match with Gallus, and that's the way that Gallus wins it. But I could also see Gallus being like, we are the heavy hitters, and that's why we're winning. That's why it was so hard for me to choose, and I gotta be honest, I have no choice.
I'm putting you on the spot. You gotta pick.
I have no clue here.
You gotta do it. We ain't moving on.
I know. I honestly, I gotta go with Hex. I'm going New Day. Veterans.
Okay, I 100% respect that. I 100% also think they had their fun in NXT. They need to come back up to the main roster because I think we kind of missed them on the Blue Brand. And also, I don't think they're involved with the decision. I 100% do not think that. Say they do lose the titles, because obviously we cannot tell the future. This is our
predictions.
Our thoughts, our process. I do not think the New Day is involved. If they lose, I do not think the New Day is involved. I think it is like a member of like my pick is Gallus, so I think they take out a member of Pretty Deadly or Chase U to gain the tag titles that they should have won back in September, in my opinion.
All right. Okay, going into the next match, we have Roxanne Perez putting her NXT Women's Championship on the line against Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. I'm looking forward to seeing how much tension is going to be between Gigi and JC, because there is no way, even as a collective group that they have been working at for the last 2 years, that when it comes to a singles title,
that they're going to be able to like put their
egos aside.
Right. They're going to work together to try to eliminate Roxanne, but at the same time, neither one of them is just going to lie down and let the other take them. Which is why I think the tension there and the egos and who they are as competitors, as characters, as people.
Yeah.
Is why neither one of them is going to win.
Yeah.
That is why my pick is Roxanne Perez.
Yep.
Because she's going to notice that one little divide, that rift, that wedge between them. Mm-hmm. She's going to use it to her advantage. She's going to notice it. She's going to capitalize on it.
Well, you're not the only one that chose Roxanne, obviously. Me and Hex are also with you on that. Kind of for the same reason.
I was going to say, and I'm almost certain we're all sharing one wrestling hive mind at this point.
Yeah. I don't see either member of Toxic Attraction picking it up. You know, you started to see the little bit of a rift on their interview when Gigi had said that she was going to be holding the title, and then she fixed it and said, we will be holding the title.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way they're going to replay a Lay Cool where they break the title in half.
Like I said, they're going to keep trying. They're each going to try to take out Roxanne and like pin or submit, and the other one's going to be there to break it up. Mm-hmm. Or it's going to be like a simultaneous, pin or something, and that way there is no clear-cut winner. So, inevitably, I think Roxanne Perez is like, yeah, this title's coming home with me, especially, like, her title reign just started, bro. Give her a chance. Oh, yeah. Her title reign ain't even lasted a cup of coffee yet. And I'm excited for the era of Roxanne Perez. This championship reign of Roxanne Perez has me feeling good. All right, but main event, because we all know this is going to be what closes out the show, regardless of whether or not, because it always closes out the show.
Oh, yeah.
Your NXT championship match, Grayson Waller, Bron Breakker, steel cage, more or less a rematch of a couple weeks ago, just without the steel cage. Mm-hmm. I think this match is going to be fun. Like, there was a lot of shenanigans in that first match, so I think the rematch is well-deserved, because both of these competitors are a godsend right now in what they are doing. Like, I love Grayson Waller. He is becoming that heel you love to hate.
He's doing a very good job.
All right. I'm gonna rewind time a little bit. Do we remember Mania 29? Main event storyline.
Very little bit.
Miz Cena WWE Championship.
That was a bit before my time of watching, but I do remember bits and pieces of it.
I will say Bron Breakker is our Cena in this situation, where you're kind of over him.
Yes, I know.
You're kind of done with this.
Done with his title reign.
Like, we want something new, but Grayson Waller is doing such a good job of a heel that you just want to see him get his ass kicked. And that was Miz going into that storyline is he did the damn near impossible. Miz made you cheer Cena, who, all respect in the world, at that time you can tell was kind of at a mediocre time of in-ring performance, because that was like towards the beginning of the Cena 6 Moves of Doom.
Oh yeah.
Era that we got. So like you didn't want to see Cena anywhere. That if you like see the crowd was turning, the fans were turning, like we're done with Cena. Get him away from us.
That's when we started the Let's Go Cena.
The Cena sucks divide. That's kind of where we're at with Bron Breakker here in NXT.
Yes.
And Grayson Waller is making us do a good job of we want Breakker.
We want
Breakker to kick your ass. So I'm really glad we are all in unison for this one.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this on here. This one was another one. This one was another one for me that took a minute to decide, because I did want to go for Grayson Waller. I feel that if at this moment, if anybody has been in the head of Braun, anybody has stepped up to the plate to take this title from him, it has been Grayson. I mean, I was
gonna say nobody else has been in. I think there's only one or two people that have actually gotten under Breakker's skin the way Grayson Waller has, and that is Dolph Ziggler, who has successfully dethroned the man. And the only other person I can think that has actually made Breakker's skin crawl the way Grayson has done it, J.D. McDonough. Yes. By the way, where the hell has he been? I miss him.
I need him to finally come back. I need him to come back and finally just have a title. Like, please. It would look so nice around his waist.
Plus, I also think I also think Breakker's time in NXT has kind of become stale and come to an end at this point. I think it's time, he get the call up.
Oh, I 100% agree. It's time.
But yeah, no. So, because we are filming this while watching kind of the pre-show or like highlights of things that have come. And right now they're focusing on Bron Breakker or Grayson Waller.
Yes.
The shenanigans of the middle rope breaking twice. I'm really happy that, this way you have a definitive winner.
Yes.
Because I personally think,
I think with how heated this feud has gotten, you need this definitive winner, because it would do so much for the storyline. It would do so much for the fans. It would do so much for either man's career at this point to have this definitive win.
I'm going to say this, that New Year's Evil win that we got.
Yes.
From Breakker, because it was via counter. I'm gonna put an asterisk next to that win, because I don't think it was an earned victory. I think it was just a benefit of the circumstance.
Yes, entirely. So that actually wraps up our card for Vengeance Day.
Before we take off, though, I know we're a bit late on this, and I know this isn't necessarily the right show, the right brand, whatever. I don't give a shit right now. I don't care. A few weeks ago, as announced on Twitter, on a lot of social media, and actually as recognized by NXT first, because it happened on a Tuesday night, I want to take a moment to really pay tribute to a man that I think has paved the way for a lot of wrestlers individually and paved the way for a lot of tag teams. We lost Jay Briscoe a couple weeks ago. I'm still not over it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still not over it. And as I'm saying this, I am actually fighting back a lot of tears, because I absolutely loved what he has been able to do. What he was able to do. Kofi has done interviews of hey, every tag team, if you want to be great, I don't think you get there without watching and acknowledging guys like the Briscoes. A lot of the guys that have come up through the NXT system, like
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins has stated, like, from his time in Ring of Honor before he was Seth Rollins, there wouldn't be a Seth Rollins without a Jay Briscoe. We got guys like Roderick Strong that have been able to experience him. By the way, he's also another one that hasn't been around for a while, and I want him back. I know Styles, Gallows, Anderson,
yes.
Finn Balor, like their time in Japan and such has helped them with, they've all gotten a personal experience with this man. And like my thoughts and prayers are still going out to the family. I know his daughters were like hospitalized. I know one of them did have surgery. I know she's still in recovery. So I'm hoping, the recovery is continuing to go well. I'm hoping, his brother Mark, who I want to point out literally was whose birthday was the day after.
Yeah.
So like think about it. Happy birthday, your brother's dead.
No.
That could not have been easy.
No.
And again, I know this isn't, the right brand, right company, but
it was announced
this
first
was
on NXT.
It first off, it was the fact that they gave that acknowledgement to somebody outside of their company.
Yeah.
Great deal of respect to them. Respect because that night, there was supposed to be a funeral-esque gimmick that as soon as they got word of, hey,
yeah,
this happened, it was like, and
we're cutting this.
We're cutting this. Come up with something on the fly, but nothing of this nature. Thank you. But then I also wanna say, the AEW Ring of Honor family that's really gotten to know him over the last, couple years, couple months, whatever. Hold your heads up, because like I know this wasn't easy. This wasn't easy for guys that got to see him, be with him backstage. I know this wasn't easy for us as the fans to deal with, because like I said, I'm still going through it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I absolutely loved watching that man on TV. I've had a few opportunities to see him live, and it's always been great. Like he's always been a guy of family, of fun,
and of violence.
The fans, like a week later was his birthday. Would have been his 39th birthday. So not this Wednesday that passed, but last week. And when I tell you, watching that tribute match that they had for him on AEW television, the fact that, Turner Broadcasting finally gave them
the go
permission to do that, to be able to acknowledge him, to be able to do that on AEW television, really, really warmed my heart to see, guys like a Jay Lethal, like in tears during his entrance.
Yeah.
To see Mark come out
with both the titles.
And inevitably, they're gonna have to do something to, get the titles off of him, which I think they'll just, he'll relinquish them, which would be the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But like to see the outreach and love pour from that locker room at the end of that match, the message that he had for his brother of, hey, I miss you, I love you.
Yeah.
To his nieces and, his sister-in-law, hey, keep your heads up, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I love y'all. The locker room to come out at the end of that match, and we got to see, the tribute t-shirts, which, by the way, Honor Pro Wrestling Tees or shophonor.com, please, if you are a Jay Briscoe fan, if you are a Briscoe's fan in general, if you're a fan of tag team wrestling, please buy the shirt. Every penny, every dime goes out to his, like, 100% of those proceeds are going to his family, going to, his now widow, his kids that are now left behind, like, not having, like, just not being able to have their dad. That's gotta suck because they're so young. But the fact that they were all involved with that.
So ending on that note, that, you know, obviously it's a very hard thing to get through. Like we said, we know that it's not the right company and everything. However, it was broadcasted on NXT. So prayers and thoughts to the Briscoe family and to everybody in the ROH locker room and AEW as well. We will be signing off for our Vengeance Day.
We'll see you guys after the show. Enjoy it, please.
And we will see y'all later.